1 2 1 2 1 2. Let's get it. Let's go.
Right. You hear these athletes talking about, yeah, we was out there tricking. What? Why? Right. You hear these athletes talking about, yeah, we was out there tricking. What? Why? You're part of the problem. You're part of the problem. Stop paying people that you don't have no respect for. It sets it up bad for us. We got women out here can't find a man because they acting like him. You are alpha. Now the alphas all want these subservient husbands. You can't have one.
No. That ain't gonna happen.
It ain't gonna happen. Sorry about that. Okay, go ahead. Boy, you done.
Okay, let's get it. Let's get it. See, what happened to you people out there was Kevin Samuels died and you guys lost focus. You lost focus of what's really going on. You lost focus of the war, the war of what they say. There's no fairness in love. You lost the love and basketball war. There's no fairness in love and war. And you guys listen to all these fucking bozos out there, and you have lost the connection of the war. And what you guys will go out there and do is you'll break up the brigade, break up the numbers, follow these bozos with this falsehood of what it is. Teaming up with bitches, doing stupid shit, listening to bitches, bringing white bitches and doing everything wrong from what we all know what KS was building as far as brothers sticking together. That was the message. Yes, the nigga was on some rich shit, but the message translated all the way down. And in today's video, we're going to bring it back to the basics, man. I said, you know what? These people who have lost their way of the basics. What is the basics, Prince? The basics are, it was supposed to be the dudes understanding what's going on out here, catching up to speed, understanding the war. For the most part, not letting women off the hook of being void of love and being evil and doing things that it's so funny because what Kevin Samuels would do, you know, being that he was uppity or whatever the case is, black women who believed that they were uppity, they would call him and they would just tell their natural selves of who they are, how they move, what they're about. And it was honest, in my opinion. So my thing after the man done died, I'm not uppity, I don't have the money, but what I do understand, it's the war. And the more that you guys keep backing away from the war and not understanding, it's not, I'm not saying it's a war, to delete. It's a fun war, a war in box and eggplant. Who can win?
How tall are you?
I'm 5 feet.
Dress size?
What?
Dress
Dress
size?
size? I'm a 6 or a 4. It depends on the dress.
How much did you weigh the last time you weighed yourself?
130.
All right, team. Make our site stunning like a magazine. Professional yet warm. Great animations, a 24/7 AI assistant, a product update for new.
Okay. Would you be surprised if I told you that when I asked you about why you wanted to be married, you mentioned nothing about a man?
That is a man. I said build with a family. That's having a man.
Look at her face. How dare you say I didn't say what I said or I said what I said? So we'll go back and I'll let you know what happened.
Be a woman because her mom taught her because her mom was married, but
Okay.
my mom wasn't. So yeah.
Only child syndrome. What state do you live in?
New York. Oh, dope. LP.
Yeah. That's business. But okay. Any children?
No, I don't have kids yet.
Okay. Why do you want to be married?
Why do I want to be married? I think that's every little girl's dream, I guess.
The first thing she said was, I believe that's every little girl's dream. Let's continue.
I want the family.
I want the family.
Like I said, I didn't come from a married home. So I want the kids. I've always, since I was younger, like I want my kids to be full siblings. Like
I want my kids to be full siblings. So far, she didn't mention anything about a man on how I would love a man that's this, that, and the third, and how I would love to treat him and all the things that we could do together, this, that, and the third. Let me get my tea.
a woman because her mom taught her because her mom was married, but
Okay.
my mom wasn't. So I don't really know.
I mean, do you have any siblings?
I don't. My mom's only child.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Only child syndrome. What state do you live in?
New York.
New York City?
Yeah, downtown Brooklyn.
Brooklyn, and I'll be in Brooklyn later on this week.
Oh, dope. I'll be somewhere in the sky, probably.
No, I said I'll be in Brooklyn later this week.
No, I'm saying that's cool for you. I won't be here.
Yeah, it's business. But okay, any children?
No, I don't have kids yet.
Okay, why do you want to be married?
Why do I want to be married? I think that's every little girl's dream, I guess. I want the family. Like I said, I didn't come from a married home. So
Did
I
this
want
just play
kids.
back?
I've always, since I was younger, like I want my kids to be full. There's other ways to be successful. So I don't
Did you go to college?
I did. I only got my associates though.
Okay. How tall are you?
I'm 5 feet.
Dress size?
What?
Dress
Dress
size?
size? I'm a 6 or a 4. It depends on the dress.
How much did you weigh the last time you weighed yourself?
130.
Okay. Would you be surprised if I told you that when I asked you about why you wanted to be married, you mentioned nothing about a man?
That is the truth. We just listened to it. Let's go.
It's a man. I said build with a family. That's having a man.
Check that shit.
Backbone.
Check that shit.
See that? Now, as Prince Simp, I don't mind if she don't check herself, but understanding that Kevin Samuels was out here to tell bitches to check themselves when speaking to an older man or a grown man, period, was the standard. Okay? Especially when you ain't did nothing wrong. Now, when you see these other guys interact with women, they let the bitches do and say whatever. Now, the reason why it means anything is because they think that they're Kevin Samuels. They want to be, on the uppity level. Down here on the regular level, men and women go back and forth without, feeling that it's so harmful because, it's, believe me, it's a socioeconomic bullshit. But they believe that, these people are uppity. So men that's in that position supposed to check these women like Kevin Samuels, not like Anton and all these bozos. If you got more money and you made it as a black man successful in America, you supposed to have pride, arrogance, and swag and check bitches.
I want you guys to understand how y'all all talk about she's cute and all this other shit. I want you to understand how quickly she switched. Go back in the video and look at the expression on her face.
Right.
No, I didn't even notice the comments. But
Don't worry about that. Here's what I need you to do. Turn off your comments and let's have the conversation.
I don't have the comments on.
Okay,
I don't
cool.
have that.
Okay, but what I'm saying is, let's take a step back.
Mhm.
How long have you been watching my content?
I just started like earlier in January.
Would you say that I listen and hear things pretty well?
Yes.
Okay, so if I said that I asked you about a marriage and you didn't say one thing about a man, why would your reaction be,
Because when I said that I wanted to build with someone and not want a separate home, I would think that that implies that I want my
Right,
the man.
right. You would think that that implies. And that is the problem. This is what you niggas, you dealing with these other dudes that's not KS. Even in my scenario, which is way more poor, I still demand love out of bitches. And with that being said, obviously the Gladiator BW would disrespect you at any given second, but I have more grace of that because they know everything I'm dealing with is based out of love. Now, brothers that's more successful, you check these bitches. It ain't got to be based out of love, but this is what's missing. That's why I'm doing this video for y'all. But this is going to get, let me put a little disclaimer out there. This video might get sad.
Implication.
Sorry.
Oh, yeah, that was my point.
The implication.
That was my point. The implication would be a husband. Not no detailed scenario of what this man is, who this man is, how this man is, where this man is, when this man is. I mean, you can be detailed, sis. But this is the war that you clowns, you lost focus of the war. And the war, I know you're going to word it different, but the war is to always extract love out of black women when they're talking, dealing, anything involving a black man. That was the ultimate fight. And now that Kevin Samuels is dead, you niggas don't give a fuck how other black women are to other black men that ain't you. That was the message. For black women to be nice and graceful to every black man that they see.
I asked you what does successful look like, a life look like. You said love and a bunch of other feelings. And then you said, I don't know why people say you need education. In both of those things, I asked those questions looking for, and I had my radar set to ding when I heard man.
Okay.
And it didn't ding.
Got it.
So if that's what, okay. So how long is your longest relationship?
I think it was 5 years.
5 years? 5 years long?
Yeah.
How long ago did it end?
2 years ago.
And which one of you ended it?
Me.
Okay. I want you guys to brace yourselves, because it's about to go down. I don't know why nobody reviewing Kevin Samuels stuff anymore. It's going down.
Why?
I didn't want to be in it.
Why?
Me.
Why?
I didn't want to be in it.
Why?
It's a long story, but
no, make it quick. You weren't feeling it?
Like I wasn't happy. It wasn't it. He didn't bring out my happiness.
I wasn't happy. It wasn't it. He didn't bring out my happiness. You understand? Now, unfortunately, being that the black people nowadays don't give a damn about black history, don't give a damn about one another, this is how quick it is to break up. With the advent and the invention of the internet and dating apps and all this other crap, you can get other eggplant or box in an instance, especially if you have a wide range.
Or we didn't just match. I don't know. It wasn't it. It wasn't what I was looking for at the moment.
Okay, let's take it back one more time. Let's cook. Kevin Samuels cooking this bitch. You brothers out here listening to the brothers that came from under Kevin Samuels, but the game is off. The game is not camaraderie with men. The game is not to understand to fight off and to bond together and to demand. Y'all call it respect, demand love from the black woman.
Make it quick. You weren't feeling it?
Like I wasn't happy. It wasn't it. He didn't bring out my happiness, or we didn't just match. I don't know. It wasn't it. It wasn't what I was looking for at the moment.
5 years?
Mm-hmm.
How'd you end it?
I just told him that it's not working. Just like that.
How'd you end it? You were just at house. You were at the house. You were at dinner. What happened? How'd you end it?
We were in my car, and I just told him that I don't think.
You were driving?
Yeah.
You were driving?
Yeah.
Wow. Let's cook. It's heartbreaking at the same time.
And he was in your passenger seat?
Yes.
Where were you guys going?
I was dropping him off at work.
So, did you tell him this in the parking lot?
No, while I was at a red light.
About how far from work?
Probably like, I don't know. That was 2 years ago. I honestly don't remember.
It was a 5-year relationship.
I know, but I have selective memory. So probably like, it wasn't that.
I have selective memory. They're just, sometimes when you're talking to these women and they want to speak with you and they try to be as honest as they could with a cloud. This is one of the most fucked up breakups you ever gonna see, man.
I know, but I have selective memory. So probably like, it wasn't that far. Probably like another 10, 15 minutes to this job.
10, 15 minutes in traffic?
Yes. Well, New York streets.
Spend $500 and get $500 free. Hey, do you think TV ads are complicated and expensive?
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Mm-hmm. Where do you work?
He worked at the mall.
So, are you leaving your apartment?
Yeah. I just thought we would be better as friends while we both.
Okay.
They was together for 5 years. She was driving him to work. She broke up with him and thought that it would be better after 5 years for them to be friends. Let's go.
Okay, so I want you guys to understand something. What did I say? That in neither two scenarios did she mention a man, and she barked at me. I want you guys to remember that. And like I said Monday night, I asked the question, what does a successful life look like for a woman like yourself? And she started talking about the feelings thing. The relationship, I said, you need to start asking women how their relationships end. And I want you guys to understand, this one was in a 5-year relationship, and she ended in a cold, callous way. The man was on.
Sorry. Okay.
You think it's appropriate for a 5-year relationship to be driving somebody to French toast ass work, and they got to have that on their mind while they're at work? See, I told you modern women are cowards. They don't deal with conflict, and when they're done with you, they get rid of you. That's what I said today. Know when to run, know when to walk, and when to run. That video is on this channel and on YouTube. I don't just talk. And then I said, well, tell me the details. Oh, that was 2 years ago. I guarantee you, he remembers what the hell you did to him. Bet you that.
See, you're not going to get this type of stuff anymore because the guys that came after Kevin Samuels, they lost the bro code. They could give a fuck less about another brother. This man is speaking up like, sis, what you did to that man was crushing. And you know that, which is fine. Men crush women as well, but y'all know what it is, man. She could get more eggplant than that man could probably get. I mean, yeah, y'all know what I mean.
On this channel and on YouTube. I don't just talk. And then I said, well, tell me the details. Oh, that was 2 years ago. I guarantee you, he remembers what the hell you did to him. Bet you that. I bet you that. And I'm gonna tell you something. Any man who's worth his salt that will look for a wife is gonna answer these questions too.
Okay, and I can be able to tell them the full story about it.
No, you can't. No, you can't. No, you can't. Because well, you think you can. Why would they sit here and listen to this shit? 5-year relationship for a 28-year-old woman, and you just on the way to work, I told them, dude, 10 minutes outside of work, this just ain't gonna work. Peace out.
I didn't do it like that though.
Oh, okay.
You're making me sound like I did it.
Ma'am, I asked you how you did it.
You're making me sound like I'm a Gladiator BW. Man, let's cook. Brothers have lost the bro code. I don't know what's happened to you brothers out there. You could give a fuck less about one another, but that's why I'm here. You brothers got to understand where the war is. It's not a war of deletion. It's a war of eggplant and box. It's a war.
I didn't do it like that.
Clearly, she had more money than that man. And this is the downside. When brothers speak on 50-50, don't you be trying to get your ass out here busting your fucking ass to go 50-50 with some fucking body. And they can do this to you because they probably earn more. No.
That though.
Oh, okay.
You're making me sound like I did it.
Ma'am, I asked you how you did it. Ma'am, I asked you how you did it.
I can't
You said it was 2
remember
years ago. I want you guys to understand that this is how serious this is how little they care. I have selective memory. This is the man she spent 5 years with. Y'all had sex, right?
Yeah.
Right. So he was all up inside your body.
Mm-hmm.
But when you were leaving him, you didn't even give him the dignity of say thank you for spending 5 years with me. You
We're
didn't
still
sit him.
friends.
He's probably a sucker.
No,
because he was in your car. Let me tell you something. Any
Okay.
man that would let you drive him to work and he's going to the mall, where were you working at?
I was a flight attendant.
Mm-hmm. Any man that would be in this position is already a beta. And if he's still your friend, he is damn sure a beta. When he left work, he should have blocked your ass because that was cold. And I want you to understand, this woman is sitting here trying to make it seem like we don't hear what we hear, guys. And so when y'all in the comment section, she's cute and she's cute. I told you, you better watch these cute girls. Man, you said I'm making it sound like what?
Ma'am, why are you rocking? Why the fuck are you rocking like a little baby? Ma'am, why are you sitting there rocking back and forth? What the fuck is, this bitch is loony.
Cute girls. Ma'am, you said I'm making it sound like what?
Ma'am, you goddamn loony.
Trying to make it seem like we don't hear what we hear, guys. And so when y'all in the comment section, she's cute and she's cute. I told you, you better watch these cute girls. Man, you said I'm making it sound like what? I asked you, how'd you do it?
There's history though. It's not like it just happened overnight. It was accumulating. There was things that he did.
Of course it did, but ma'am, would you want somebody to end a relationship with your daughter that way? Regardless as to the history, a 5-year relationship. Would you want somebody to be in the car, knowing they got to go to work? There was no conversation to be had. He had to get the fuck out of the car. He had to move on. He had to be at work, man. He had to clock in. And so that's what I mean, this conflict avoiding cowardice shit. I said, when women are done with you, she knew, well, I'm not going to tell them the night before so we can talk about it. I'm going to wait till we're 10, 15 minutes away. Oh, well, about 10 minutes away. Oh, by the way, this ain't working no more.
Wow. Now you guys can get a better idea. This is not a war of deletion or a war of hatred. This is a war of eggplant and box. Okay? And if she would tell the real story, she was driving that man to work at the mall. Clearly, he wasn't beating on her or anything like that, so he just wasn't earning enough. You understand? And he's out there busting his ass, with his low, he doesn't have, qualifications to get a better job.
Thanks.
It didn't go down like that. We started talking in the car, and then it came up, and it happened.
It happened. That's why I have zero sympathy for these modern savages.
Whoa, Kevin! Modern savages. Unreal. Whoa. Kevin. Oh, shit.
It happened. That's why I have zero sympathy for these modern savages.
I wish I was a savage.
Uh-huh. Well, that doesn't really
I'm
sound too.
actually,
Okay, of course
I
they
enjoy
don't
a
think.
lot with this person.
Okay, ma'am. Of course, and then here comes the. Well, you don't understand what I got to, ma'am. I don't have to. You did stuff. He did stuff.
I did nothing. He did stuff.
Bullshit. You're human.
Where
You know what? Maybe you're not. She's right. She might not be. Because I
why
want
are
you
you
guys
so
to
angry
understand.
with me? Like,
I'm not talking. I'm talking through you.
See that? Why are you so angry with me? Not why you trying to, why you telling brothers about me? Why you telling brothers? No. Like some of us black men, we don't like to see other brothers done dirty. We don't like to see other sisters done dirty. What you want is you want every black man and every black woman to be an individual and nobody get to say anything about you. Because you ain't family like that. You make sure that the black community, that's what you fucking niggas do out there. Make sure we ain't family like that. So we can't say shit to one another. You niggas are horrible people, man.
Not be. Because I
why
want
are
you
you
guys
so
to
angry
understand.
with me? Like,
I'm not talking. I'm talking through you because you don't even know how fucked up this sounds to a man. Because you guys all seem to. The way he's always seemed. It was him, not me. You were in a relationship 5 years. You did nothing wrong. It was all him, not me, so on and so forth. And that's cool. I want you ladies to understand that we as men, every time we meet one of you, it is always almost 100% of you, your exes are pieces that are just not good. I have never, ever in my life met a woman who said it was me. Men in the comment section when this video is over, how many men met a woman who said out of her mouth, first off the rip, I was the reason this is a problem? If that's the truth, write 362 in the comment section. If you had a woman that said right out of her mouth, it was me, right? 362. Man, I got no dog in this fight. I'm telling you what I hear. Is it hard to listen to?
no, it's not.
So if a man asks you how your relationship ends, because I'm gonna ask you a simple question. How do you think your ex experienced dating you? If you asked him who said you for dating you was blank.
It was how it was dating me. Interesting, I guess.
Now that's sad, homie. Ain't none of y'all gonna tell me that ain't sad. That she would believe a man experiencing her wet pussy, experience her nice titties, her beautiful skin, her flowing hair or weave, her loving and caring ways, the way that she can feed, nurture, get on the grind, be a hustler, be all this, be all that. The only word she came up with is interesting, unfucking believable. That's how she described herself. Now that's bad. It's so many other things a woman can be than interested. Why the fuck would you want to be that? Yo, I know. Maybe it's us. Maybe it's us, y'all.
It was how it was dating me. Interesting, I guess. I mean, I have my flaws. I'm spoiled.
Well, but 5 minutes ago you said you didn't do anything. And now you said it was just
I didn't do anything to like. I didn't do.
This is what's missing out here. You niggas that got the opportunity to speak to these women, you're letting these bitches boss up on you, tell you about 50-50, tell you they're yo, all bullshit. And the alleged leaders of the manosphere, you guys are letting women run shit. I don't want to say rim shot, but run shot all over you niggas, B. Niggas don't know how to handle these women in a conversation. Yes, you know how to pay. Well, you know, you believe you're getting respect out of a conversation is because you don't know what to say, the right question, or anything of the sort.
I didn't do anything that was like, oh, she's I don't know, cheating or she's
right. So you never
That's
heard him.
his
So you never
perspective.
heard him. You didn't hurt him at all, right?
I don't think so. I
Oh,
can
okay.
ask him.
Okay. No. So in 5 years, you never hurt him. He only hurt you.
Yeah, I would say so. I mean, he felt insecure. That's like,
He felt insecure. What have we learned out of watching all this internet shit? All this internet shit. When do we hear the word insecure? It's the damn reason why my channel is here. It's the goddamn reason why my channel is here. Because we only hear this word insecure in one instance when dealing with the Gladiator BW. What is that instance, Prince? That instance is when they earn more money. Now, I can't speak for every man's eggplant play, thinking that every man can put it down or men are not being dominated by box. So I can't speak for that. I can't speak how men may be emotional, but I can speak to the numbers. And I would safely bet my money on the numbers that men are less insecure with your ass paying all the bills and he getting pussy and he get to go work at the mall and be around other bitches all day. I would believe that that man is less insecure than women are out there talking about how these men are so insecure. I'm willing to bet a lot on that. This insecure shit is bullshit. It's a way for you to, like I said, some men probably, go at these bitches for having more money. And I get it, because they're gonna act like a Gladiator BW, and a lot of men say you are not supposed to do that as a woman, where they could throw that as you being insecure. And if you feed into any more of that, then you could be arguing back and forth with somebody to make more money than you, that you getting their pussy, they get to call you insecure. A whole bunch of men do it. So I've seen it. So that's why I don't speak for men's eggplant play and how much game or how strong they are, because niggas will get weak on you in a heartbeat. But a lot of the people that's getting paid by these women, and she got to go be a flight attendant and go fly, and he get to go around the mall and be around bitches and fuck bitches while she away, that man is not insecure. That's bullshit. Especially a man that you chose, boo. The man that you chose can't bag bitches at the mall, boo. So you telling me you chose a man that can't bag bitches at the mall? I know you chose a man that could bag bitches at the mall. So you mad he make less money than you, and he still could get pussy, and he arguing with you about you being a lady, and you make more money. So it's a big, big mess. But it all starts with the money.
yeah, I would say so. I mean, he felt insecure. That's like his thing. I don't think I gave him reasons to feel
Self-awareness. Well, I think it's rather interesting that you say we all got our things, but in 5 years, you never heard him. But he only heard you. Okay. Would you say you have healthy self-esteem?
Me?
Mm-hmm.
No, it flip flops. I could.
See, these brothers y'all listen to out there now, Anton and them, they don't know how to ask these type of questions. Would you say you have healthy self-esteem, sister? And she went ahead and she was honest. It flip-flops. Well, now to us over here, we don't give a damn. We take you as a gladiator through and through. So when you thinking that you're being nice, what I tell you niggas all the time, never fall for that nice shit. Never do that. You understand that the woman's playing nice, and so are you. Fuck you mean? We can all play nice. I am not losing this war mindset. I know what's going on here.
You can have low self-esteem at times, and then I could just
In general, would you say your self-esteem is average, above average, below average?
I think I might be average.
Okay. then in 5 years, somebody with average self-esteem would not stay with somebody who's hurting them.
If a man really hated ads, here's what he would do. Day 1, he would install Pi on his computer without spending.
Somebody with average self-esteem would not stay with somebody who's hurting them.
I was easily, I don't want to say manipulated.
Here comes the victim.
You damn right. You damn right. You can't say you manipulated as a gladiator, BW. And I'm gonna tell you the second reason why. It's because of everything we talk about over here. You know it's war. So ain't no manipulation in war. War is war. And you're willing to fight that war as a gladiator BW. And I respect it. I'm just trying to put brothers on that may be a little tenderhearted. Well, I can't say that. I can't say that. Because I'm more tenderhearted and forgiving than these brothers out here. So I'm just talking about when it comes to eggplant and box. That's when I'm not tenderhearted.
I was easily, I don't want to say manipulated.
Here comes the victim shit again.
No, it's not.
You can't make this shit up.
No.
Man, you're gonna be famous. You keep this up, you're gonna be famous.
You make me want to say the whole story because
Ma'am, speak your mind, boo. Make sure that you tell the story. Yo, that man beat me. He made less money than me. We know the story.
It's a fucked up story. Like,
But 3 sides to a story: yours, his, and the truth.
I know.
He looks good. He was able to cheat on me. I make more money than this mall working ass nigga.
Oh,
you also got, ma'am, I just asked you. How we got here is I asked you why you want to be married, what successful relationship look like, and then I asked you how long was your relationship and how it ended. I didn't put us here. I'm just asking you. And this is what's going to happen on the dating market, especially if you want to date a man that's got any sense of value of. Do you want children? You said you want kids. How many kids you want?
Probably 4.
4. Do you want your kids to be able to go to college if they want to?
Yes.
You want to be able to travel nationally, domestically, and internationally with your family?
When you're having an interview, you can say little sharp things and you can get aggressive. This is a tip, pro tip. You can get aggressive. You can get out of control and stuff like that if you're willing to keep the conversation going and understand that everybody's coming from a good place.
Do you want, after you're married, do you want to have to work to pay significant bills when you're pregnant?
And always make it about them. Always make your conversations about them. It's the most fun. Stop trying to do logical stuff. Stop it. Make the conversation about them. That's the fun one.
Love my job.
Do you want to have to work to pay significant bills when you're pregnant, married?
No, I want.
What percentage of the overall family financial load do you want to have to be responsible for a lifetime? Meaning it doesn't vary.
See that? He did not let that woman run on. He kept the questions going. You're not getting that from these fake brothers out here nowadays. Now, yes, they get to talk to more women than me, but nevertheless, it's giving off the bad message for men. This is the message. Keep the questions going. She's smart enough. She can hear you. These women are brilliant. Don't fall for no bullshit.
I love my job.
Do you want to have to work to pay significant bills when you're pregnant, married?
No, I want.
What percentage of the overall family financial load do you want to have to be responsible for a lifetime? Meaning it doesn't vary. You must pay this for a lifetime for 4 children, you and your husband. What percentage of overall family financial load?
That's a good question.
I know.
I'll say like 20 to 30%.
30% means if.
There we go. That's all I ever tried to tell. Yo, first of all, King Disagreeable, that's my homie. Second of all, that's all I ever try to tell brothers. That's a modern woman trying to hold men to traditional values. Okay, as a modern woman and you earn the same thing, I should be responsible for the 20 to 30% of the bills. There's no reason a man couldn't be. And doing the very same thing that a woman's doing, saving the rest of that goddamn money. Are you kidding me? Because you know the story. So you want to pay 30% of the bills, but you also want to be the voice of the streets, the voice of the house, the voice of this, the voice of that. You also want to be able to have a self-esteem that flip-flops and that's only average, low. You also want a man to deal with all that shit, right? So why shouldn't you pay the 70%? That's my question.
I'll say like 20 to 30%.
30% means if you start working for any reason, the family is in serious financial jeopardy almost immediately.
Really?
You cannot, ma'am, could you survive a 30% pay cut at your current standard of living? Then thank you. All right. So 20 to 30%, you're in serious jeopardy.
So what about 2 kids?
No. No. I asked you what percentage of the overall family financial load do you want to have to be responsible for? That's the question that's on the table.
Okay.
What percentage?
I just told you.
No, 30. So if you stop working, the family's at risk.
But
if you stop working, the family's at risk.
okay.
Ma'am,
So what?
it's math. I asked you. No, I'm asking you. If it goes higher, well, yeah. This is about math. If it goes higher, there's more risk if you stop. See, right now, if you never get married, what percentage of your financial load are you going to have to be responsible for a lifetime? Right. So you got that. That's a simple concept. So if you're married,
I don't see what's the problem. What is the reason why you wouldn't pay 100% just because I'm in your life fucking your pussy? What please explain to me. Please explain to me why you shouldn't pay 100% just because I'm fucking your pussy. Yes, I could scrape up some gifts and some fancy underwear and other things. I could scrape up shit to make you feel good all day. But you're paying 100% already. So you're getting with me for what? You're giving up your pussy so that you can lessen that. Right. Now I can lessen that a touch. But you're already established just like you believe a man would be. And you believe that your pussy should make him have you stop paying your 100%. And drop down to 20, 30 just because you're fucking him. Well, I'm going to give him some kids. Okay. That's when I believe things should change. Okay. I'm not saying you shouldn't win once you get pregnant and everything's solid. Because that man's on the hook either way. You could take him to child support. So I advise any man, just do what's right. Don't get put on child support.
With kids, 4 kids. What percentage of that do you want to have to be responsible for? More than 30? That means you're going to be more responsible. But you'll be responsible for less than 30. That means your husband will be more responsible.
I don't want to put all the burden on him, but I guess like 20%, 10%, 0%.
What I tell y'all, love and war. Love and war, player. I hope this stuff resonates one day. I'm going to keep saying it because it's the story. It's a modern woman that bust her ass, lost all her skills on how to finesse and nurture niggas the real way. And we have reduced ourselves to, just taking some pussy, being able to lotion your body down, suck on your titties, eat dinner with you, cook for you cook for me, do other little things. You have lost all that. So basically, it's just your pussy now. And possible babies. I just can't give you no babies. That pussy that's a whole 9-month term. Anything can happen. All of us was a blessing that came, early, preemies, all that. We're all a blessing because shit, that 9-month term, a lot of babies ain't make it, man, for all sorts of reasons. So I'm not just giving you no baby, bitch. We don't know how you've been, keeping the health of your pussy.
Yeah, okay. Be responsible for less than 30. That means your husband will be more responsible.
I don't want to put all the burden on him, but I guess like 20%, 10%, 0%.
Yeah. Okay. And what kind of income do you think you're going to need to live in Brooklyn or New York City?
I don't want to stay here. I want to get out of New York.
Where do you want to live?
I don't know, somewhere in the South on a farm, I guess.
See that? That's what we're missing out here. Women that can be honest. Because they talking to these other brothers, they don't care to be honest. But this is honest. This is honest. I don't want to live in New York. I have dreams of living on a farm somewhere. So if a man can't provide a farm, then I'm good.
New York.
Where do you want to live?
I don't know, somewhere in the South on a farm, I guess.
Have you ever lived outside of New York City?
Yes, I have.
Where?
I lived in Farmington, Connecticut. I lived in Albany, Binghamton, and Fort Lauderdale.
Uh-huh. How much money is your husband? How much family income are you going to need to have on an annual basis to support 4 kids?
I never did
You and your
that.
husband?
I don't have kids, and I'm not
See,
married.
that's the fucking problem now, ain't it? So if you're gonna have this flippant attitude, ma'am, I'm gonna do me a favor, okay? I'm gonna give you
I came on here so you could
I'm gonna give you a
me.
few seconds. I'm gonna give you a few seconds to kind of ramp it down because you don't want to go there. I'm having a conversation. I'm trying to show you something.
I'm trying to learn.
Okay, well then you said you never thought about it, so it's time to think about it because you said this is what you want. Okay, so I'm asking about how much money do you think you're going to need to, as a family, annually to support 4 kids, you, your husband, and the kind of lifestyle you want that you would envision for yourself.
We need to make a decision.
Damn. Not good. That's what we're missing. The bro code. The bro code. See, because this right here, it reduces her garbage and it gives her better opportunities for other men. It's bro code. That's why I always say, let's say Kevin Samuels was gay. Let's say Kevin Samuels was gay. I don't give a damn because he had bro code in mind. So he's one of them closeted gays that tried to keep it bro code. That's how the gays used to be back in the days. Like, you never knew them niggas was gay.
For me to bring in, like,
No. Just
family?
your husband. Yeah.
husband.
I'm not gonna even go into that rainbow shit, but that's one of the major problems that gay men knew that they was gonna do. They was gonna turn from bro code on some other shit. So we ain't got no beef with you, but screw you too.
It's overall altogether 4 kids, you and your husband.
I'm not good with money, so it's like 200,000.
How much? You said you had an associates. You live
Yeah,
in Brooklyn. How much is your rent right now?
it's a lot.
How much is your rent right now?
23.
2,300.
God damn! What I tell y'all? God damn! Down there in Brooklyn, son, 2,300. And you know she's in an apartment. 1 bedroom. Whew. Damn. Ma'am, you busting your ass for what? These women are sick. He was one of the good gays if he was one. I doubt it, though. Right. That's my whole thing. Yeah, that's yeah. I can't believe I just read that shit. I can't believe I just read that shit. It's true, son. Nobody, y'all don't give a fuck if the nigga was gay. He was on some bro code shit. Straight music. Now, you can't just be any gay and be on bro code. You gotta be, if every gay man had bro code, you know, niggas be like, yo, peace, peace, brother. You know what I mean? But they don't even want that, They don't even want you calling them brothers. Shit is crazy.
So that's roughly almost $30,000 a year. That's for one person in a sugar shack in Brooklyn.
Mhm.
So if you had two people, if you just multiply rent, that's 4,600. So that's 60,000 right there, just in 2 apartments. You're gonna put 4 kids in that. They're gonna need substantially more than $200,000.
You need more than that.
Yeah.
See, that's why I need a husband so he can know.
Yeah, but how much? Okay, yeah. But how much is your husband gonna have to make, because you're only supporting about 10% of this?
That's why I need a husband. But ma'am, your husband got to put you on a farm? Yeah, that was my dream.
How much is he gonna need to make annually to have 4 kids that can go to college if you want to, that can travel nationally or internationally?
He has to be a millionaire.
Damn near.
Okay, see, damn.
Mhm.
So I guess
Because see, this is the funny thing. They don't think about the numbers, because women, in places they don't want to admit, they don't expect to pay. They think because they have a vagina, that balance is $1 million.
You don't get niggas talking to these bitches like this anymore, man. I didn't listen to the video this far. Kevin's going off. Let's go. It was bro code at its finest, in my estimation. Bitch, stop searching for millionaires. Go get some regular nigga that you work with or somewhere down there on your level. Straight bro code shit.
well, can I?
Go ahead. I said women. I didn't say you.
I know.
Women.
Well, because what I envisioned was like my job will go into like things like, so he'll pay like the basic bill.
What your associates is in what?
Is in theater.
A bullshit degree. So your
Yeah.
job ain't.
See what I'm saying? Brothers ain't talking to bitches like that no more. Bullshit degree. Hold on, we gotta cut that up. Hold on, let's have a little fun with. Hold on. Yeah, this bitch is loony, but I like it. She got money.
Your associates is in what?
Is in theater.
A bullshit degree. So
Yeah.
your job ain't gonna pay nothing. Associates is in what?
Is in theater.
A bullshit degree. So
Yeah.
your job ain't gonna pay nothing. This is in what?
Is in theater.
A bullshit degree. So
Yeah.
your job ain't gonna.
And she agrees. Yeah. Now you think she was talking to the man that was fucking her pussy like that? The one that she has no regard for? You fucking my pussy, you get the worst treatment that I got to have in this world. No disrespect. But you fucking my pussy, I get to not have any regard for you. You think she told the man she was fucking? Yo, I got a bullshit degree.
Gonna pay nothing. See, the
I'm
number
going to
one,
pilot school.
unmarriable, the actress, the creatives, the unmarriables.
Okay. Well, I'm going to pilot
because
school,
but no,
so
but
I
it
wanted-
doesn't matter. You don't want. It doesn't matter what you make. You don't want to contribute more than 10% to the family.
No, I mean like I want my.
So
my
at the
job
end of the
money to go
day,
into
at the
the
end of the
household.
day, man.
See that? Just trying to let y'all know what has been missing. You just let bitches, these brothers let bitches just talk. Kev, like, he keep it online. And what happens is that teaches the younger generation, this is how you talk to women. You keep it online. They can hear you. Just because they talking, they're very clever. Keep it respectful. Keep it going.
To the family.
No, I mean like I want my.
So
my
at the
job
end of the
money to go
day,
into
at the
the
end of the
household.
day, man, 4 children.
Okay.
4 children. What job are you going to have? Who's going to be raising these 4 kids? You can't have a job and 4 kids and not a substantial job. So to have you want your children, upper class children, are roughly 485,000, 500,000. You want $2 million worth of kids. If you live in Connecticut, hell, if you lived in Atlanta, it will run you about 350,000. So with another kid, you're talking about 400,000. You talking about New York City, about 850. What kind of professions would a man need to make? What kind of profession would a man need to have to earn $750,000 or more legally? These are all reasonable questions.
Is it like a doctor, lawyers?
What kind of doctor?
Surgeons, heart surgeons probably.
Cardiac surgeons? Okay, go ahead.
So ma'am, can you see yourself with a cardiac surgeon?
I don't know. I know I'm going to school for. So, but
What we say, bitches start talking money. That shit, you should understand. Me getting this money turns me into Beyonce. Let's go.
Yeah. That's fine. But if you want to have this man sometime, don't you think you need to be able to identify it? Don't you think you might need to be, man?
I'm sorry, you cut off.
Don't you think you might need to be able to kind of identify who this man is and what he does to kind of that's important.
Yeah.
So cardiac surgeon, what else?
I said a lawyer. Is a lawyer?
What kind of attorney? What kind of attorneys? What kind of attorneys?
It's criminal. A criminal? I don't know. I never looked in. Like these are good questions.
But you're not now. Just for memory's sake, you'll be 29 and when?
In 2 months.
So you're almost 30 years old.
Mm-hmm.
And from a standpoint of thinking about a spouse for the life you said you want, because you've always wanted to be a wife and family and all these things, because the things you said, as far as serious thought, you put in on this conversation, nothing. So you just expect it to happen?
Now, the real answer is this. Kevin, I've put my pussy out there. I've put my pussy out there for the guys that made less than what I'm talking about, but still enough. I've put my pussy out there, but I didn't keep it right. And by the time I put 5 years into this last dude, who I thought we was going to make it to the top, he was never going to make that kind of money. That's the fucking answer. Yeah, Platt. That's why I said, you know what? Let me do this for the fam, man, because you niggas would just let Kev die. And that's fine, because one thing I always said, even though I was late to the party, Kev was here for all of us. He never flagged niggas' channels, B. He let everybody eat, dog. It was amazing.
So you just expect it to happen? You did no planning. So it's like going to college and just taking a bunch of courses and then expecting to become an engineer or anything. It doesn't match. Can a man go through life like this and get the outcomes you're talking about, meaning he wants a wife and 4 kids?
I'm done spending an obscene amount of money on takeout every done.
I'm getting.
Yo, man, that's what happened, B. It was way more serious. And in my estimation, it gave off the proper way for brothers that want to speak to women. You get an opportunity, especially if you want to have some disagreements or whatever the case is. But more importantly, it took them women back down the size, that men that's on their level, and gave them more opportunity.
Because he has to pay for it.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
Can a man go through life like this?
No.
Okay.
I don't think anyone can, because obviously it's not working.
Well, women can. Women can. Obviously women can, because just like you and the previous woman, most women think this is just going to happen because you're good people. But
I never thought you had to plan to meet someone. You know what I'm saying? Like.
So again, it's just supposed to happen. It's supposed to happen to meet a man who can afford for you to be a stay-at-home wife with a possible side business. It doesn't matter, man. At the end of the day, you only want to pay 10% of the bills. So it doesn't matter if you're a stay-at-home millionaire that don't want to pay any bills.
That's my point. That's where I come in at. Now, that's the part of the game where I come in at. You niggas are out there warring with women with money. They want to do that to you with their money. They are not poor like bitches overseas. They don't get that sort of treatment. They got money. No, you want to just keep your money. And then all you clown ass niggas out there, all y'all get mad when some nigga getting money the way these bitches want to get it. You get mad at the dude. Straight player hater shit. Losing, yo, this is a war. We are in a privileged position where our bitches got money and they very stingy with it. Can you get some? Come on, man. Fuck out of here, B. These bitches, you let these bitches off the hook too much for me. She want to keep her money just because she fucking you. I want to keep my money just because I'm fucking you. Fuck out of here.
With a possible side business. It doesn't matter, man. At the end of the day, you only want to pay 10% of the bills. So it doesn't matter if you're a stay-at-home millionaire that don't want to pay any bills. He has to pay for the lifestyle. College. You want your kids to go to college. That means that man has to have
No, he
his
doesn't
life.
have to pay for the kids' college by himself. I was talking about like bills, like the house.
How are you going to pay for college if you can't even pay part of the, if you want to pay 10%? How are you going to pay for college?
And the kids' stuff.
Excuse me?
I thought you were only talking about like home.
That is the man. The kids are part of the expenses. And see what I'm trying to explain is this is
Okay,
simple.
I didn't get that.
Oh, but you should though. This is simple family planning. Okay. You don't have children; they are an expense. Mm-hmm. You said you want the kids to go to college. Were you expecting your kids to take out substantial student loans, or did you expect for the mother? And then, how are you going to pay for their college if you're only paying 10 to 20% of anything? 20% of anything, 20% of the mortgage, light bill, phone bill, trips, 10% of anything. That's all you want to be responsible for. So that means at best you'd be paying for 10% of the school. That's books. So basically, you're talking about you want a man who is in, what percentage of men earn $100,000 or more in this country?
Don't know.
Yes.
15.
10.
Oh, close.
You don't care if he's black or not?
No.
No.
Wow. This woman telling the truth. That bitch don't care if he black or not. You know? That wide range she got, you know she ran across a man that could have took care of her. She just ain't want it. She has a wide range. Black, white, Hispanic. She'll go all over the rainbow.
The more money a man makes, the more racially loyal he tends to be. What percentage of black men earn $500,000 or more in this country?
3.
0.1%.
What? Wow.
And then what do these kind of men who make this kind of money, who are cardiac surgeons, personal injury attorneys, high-level financiers, high-level in companies and organizations? Oh, by the way, what's the oldest man you would consider dating? You're 28. What's your upper limit?
Probably like 7 years older than me.
7 years. 7 years.
Whoa, Kevin! Whoa! Whoa! I've never seen Kevin do some shit like that.
Probably like 7 years older than me.
7 years. 7 years.
I might have to clip that. I might have to clip that, son.
Probably like 7 years older than me.
7 years. 7 years.
Whoa!
Is that what?
Oh! Son Wellback, what's good? Platt, what's good? I was just giving you guys a refresher on what the bro code was, what camaraderie was like, how to talk to the Gladiator BW with respect, how to get the best and the truth out of them to show pure delusion, and what's been missing with all these other brothers that you brothers are out there watching. They are letting bitches just off the hook left and right. And they won't refresh themselves with Kevin Samuels. They'll just let it die. You know how it is with the black people.
Men hit their financial stride when 45 to 55. So for class, so everybody understands, this is yet another woman. And this is what you guys have been taught, that you should find a young, rich man that you're attractive to, that wants to have a housewife, even though you weren't raised to be a housewife. So you can stay at home.
Even though you wasn't raised to be a housewife. Don't let that fly over your head, sister.
That wants to have a housewife, even though you weren't raised to be a housewife. So you can stay at home and be a luxury housewife. Do you want to have a housekeeper? You expect that you don't expect to have a housekeeper? You want to be, kids are going to be homeschooled? The kids are going to be homeschooled or not?
That I did want home.
Homeschool? Do you want to you don't want a housekeeper? You want somebody to help you with prepare meals, chef, personal training? Okay. So again, this is why men under 30 aren't even, that's why all they're trying to do is Netflix and chill. Because every man in your age range is making, if you're making 70,000, you're in the top 15%. And you're 28, about to be 29 years old, talk about 35. And you told me at best 2 professions. And you don't even get out of medical school until 30. Do you expect to share your husband with other women?
No.
Okay. So you want him to be sexually loyal.
Yeah, is that impossible?
So you expect to have a young millionaire who is earning and doing roughly 20 times what 10 to 20 times what the average man is doing. Well, actually, times 10, 700,000. He's doing roughly 15 times what the average man is doing, but he doesn't get 15 women. See, what I'm trying to let you guys understand, just on the math.
So wait, why does he?
All you ladies, because, man, I just asked you.
Ma'am, the man's making $700,000. You wasn't raised to be a housewife. You're 29 years old. You're believing that you can have 4 kids. Then you're not going to talk about your average self-esteem. Ma'am, are you going to be fucking him like that? Are you going to be, but all that shit comes into play, but you believe he's supposed to be loyal to you with $800,000. Guess who was going to be loyal to you with that money? The man that you just spent 5 years with. And if he possibly hit the lotto one day, he will make sure you would have been good. But you threw that man away because you believe, in my opinion, that your pussy could garner a $700,000 man.
I just asked you. I just asked you why does he? Where in history have men who are rulers, who are in the top 10% of men, ever just had one woman?
That is a white American thing.
Oh, whoa. Wow. That's a white American thing. That's very hard. Sam Welbeck, you should be heartbroken, Sam Welbeck, because this is the FBA way. Selectively race loyal. Like what? If you was loyal, you would be with that man you was just with for 5 years. Now you on some race loyal. You just said you will date any man that's not black. So what's this race loyal shit? Unbelievable. She just said she'll fuck any other race man.
That is a white American thing. But never. They all have like 7 wives, but
Ma'am, you just made a complete ass of yourself.
Yes, you did. Yes, you
but
did.
it's possible to have one woman.
She said this is.
Now, have you ever heard Anton or any of these people tell a woman you made a complete ass out of yourself? See, they don't have that. This is what they letting the spirit die. Don't do that. Yes, we don't get women to talk to us over here. That's fine. But the brothers that do, you're losing the message, the spirit of the game, the spirit of the message by simple little words like this.
Complete ass of yourself. Ma'am, you just made a complete ass of yourself.
But it's possible to have one woman.
She said this is a white American thing.
Wow. Culturally ignorant. Wealthy men have mistresses and rejects her own group. Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Online on Mac immerses you in a universe with thousands.
It's possible to have one woman.
Ma'am, do you understand how ignorant that statement was?
Unfucking
It
real.
is like that's something that was brought to America to like be monogamous and stuff. Or is it like a religious thing?
So being monogamous is a white American thing. Or having multiple women is a white American thing.
Oh, I don't know. Is it?
I'm asking you. You said it. What were you referring to?
I don't know.
There you go. There you go. You start making that sort of sensible logic to these women, you done fucked up. That woman done checked out. Now that's fucked up. That's what happens when it's called an expose. That's all it is.
I want you guys to understand how rude these people are. Look at this. This is the modern woman on display. And she doesn't even realize that she's just making herself look like a complete asshole.
I think. What?
So you belong to the streets.
I don't, but bye.
Oh, yes, you do.
I don't.
You can say, ma'am, you're going to be all over the place because you just made yourself look like a fool.
How?
You're having a conversation with somebody. You pick up a phone, start texting, and this is what you are when the shit get. It doesn't, ma'am. It doesn't matter. You're still having a conversation. You didn't answer the question, and this is what I want you to understand. This is why so many women who share your reflection, in particular, are by yourselves because you, when hit with the facts and the truths, you guys just shut down.
Listening and I'm taking.
No, but you're not responding. I asked you the question. You said this is a white American thing. What's a white American thing?
Bringing in monogamous stuff, like the.
Is it monogamous to be? Is it monogamous? Is it white American?
One woman.
Is it? Is that what you're referring to?
Yes.
Because when I said, where in the world have men who had power and resources have been royalty? When have they ever just been faithful? And you said that's a white American thing. You didn't clarify. So you're saying white men brought in monogamy.
Through religion, did they not?
I'm asking you.
Well, that's.
I didn't say it.
Because everywhere else they had multiple wives.
So for those who are keeping score at home, what do the kind of men you want from a woman?
Me?
From a woman, period.
Oh, from a woman?
Yeah, what are these elite men?
Sorry, man. Like I told y'all, I tried to warn y'all in the beginning, this video could get sad. I tried to warn y'all in the beginning, the video could get sad. Nobody want to see their sister like this, man.
Want from a woman. Men who are in extremely high demand.
Elite men, but probably loyalty. They want a partner. This is why I'm here to learn, because I don't know.
That's what KS used to bring. We'll never get this sort of stuff again. These dudes out here, they out here. You know how it is. I think that was one of the beautiful things, and like everybody else get to make money, and that's fine. But whether you believe KS was for the money or not, I mean, to put these women in the correct perspective was, I don't think there was a dollar amount that you could put on that shit, man. I really don't. Because even if he changed this one woman's life, it would have all been worth it, man. Because clearly this woman has been systemically programmed. It's not even her fault. You know? And that's what the black women don't realize. We know it ain't your fault, boo, but you keep acting like you know something. It's not your fault. That's how come I always have, forgiveness and sympathy for these bitches over other niggas. Like, they are programmed to high hell. Because there's no reason for you to want no farm, no 4 kids, no nothing. You didn't start early enough. That's just a bullshit reason not to deal with niggas on your level. That is bullshit. That's bullshit. Because we want to see you with somebody. We want you and some black man to be together, make you some babies, bitch. But you done been programmed from then to all the way to 29. So who the fuck you gonna trust to run up in you and dump babies in you? Come on now. Come on, man. Come on, man. You just gonna fuck anybody raw and just start having 4 babies from now to the age of 40? You ain't gonna do that. It's selfish to your parents. You're an only child. You're just gonna kill off their fucking legacy. Unbelievable.
Like,
they want cooperation and agreeableness.
I didn't want to say that. Sounds too much like a servant. I was gonna.
There we go. There we go. Let's cook. How you say trigger word, servant, trigger word, servant. Now, Somebody well back, you should feel ashamed that our black sisters believe that cooking and cleaning and doing shit for us as an earner, that they deem that as being a servant. That's fucked up, and that's fine. I mean, shit, our grandparents did it. Every woman we ever known did it. And at the end of the day, ma'am, you're doing it for yourself. By you giving me your pussy and you adding in some more clothes and stuff, that's gonna kill you. That's fucked up. That's what you call systemic programming. Fuck what you heard. Fuck what you heard. 29 hasn't even considered what to do with what to do for her man. Box workers know what to do. Right. It's embarrassing, man. That's why I said Sam Welbeck should be ashamed that our sisters are just like systemically programmed. It's not their fault. It's the worst story we ever saw as black men. Because I'm gonna tell you something. What we had against us, well, some things will never change. Uncles messing with nieces and brothers killing one another and people being on drugs. What we had against us as men, you know, in our generation, we was doing a lot of gun violence, black on black violence, selling drugs, you know, all that sort of stuff. Okay. Now you take that stuff away, which they damn sure have in America. There's no more serious drug games like it used to be. All that cartel shit they talking, it ain't thumping like it used to when we grew up. You know what I'm saying? So that was our major problem. Selling drugs, killing one another. Okay? So they lessened that. What they call school to jail pipeline, all that shit, lessen that. So we have more better brothers. Might not be the high earners. I'll give you that. But we're not doing as much killing and stuff as we used to.
Oh man, guess what? You can't make this shit up. They want the outcomes, but they don't want to do the job.
I never said I wouldn't mind doing the job.
Well, man, guess what?
I didn't want to say that sounds too much like a servant. I was gonna.
Well, man, guess what? You can't make this shit up. They want the outcomes, but they don't want to do the job.
I never said I wouldn't mind doing the job.
It sounds too much like a servant. Yeah,
I didn't want to disrespect.
But you want an elite level king ruler type man. See, guys, understand they want women they want it all. Then they want you to be a loyal, and then you still got to be sexually. She has to be sexually attracted to him, like him, and everything else. Man, have you ever dated a man who was earning $200,000 or more?
No, I have a question though.
Go ahead.
Okay, so if a woman wants the loyalty and just one woman wants whatever, the man also expects that, correct?
There you go. There you go. I'm going to play it back for y'all because this is my time. You know, I get my little moments. Every moment's not mine, but I'm going to let you know. Watch this.
Woman want whatever. The man also expects that, correct?
Say again.
So you said that the women want like loyalty, a king, this, that, and all of that. Everything that you said that a woman wants.
No, I say that's what you want, but a lot of women want that. Yeah.
No, I want just a family.
No, ma'am. Do you think what you just described was just a family?
Yeah, but you was asking mad questions, like making it. Oh, can you afford this and this and that?
I was asking mad questions. No.
And to be happy and loved, like I think a lot of.
You know what? You can't make it up. She thinks this is just a family. 4 kids is just a family. To be able to pay for college, did your family pay for your college?
Yes.
And you have no siblings. Did you travel nationally and internationally with your family?
Yes.
But you have no siblings.
Yes. Correct.
And so what's on display here is modern woman, only child syndrome, and cute privilege. And it's all coming together in a terrible mixture.
Mm-hmm.
See, this little sassy attitude that she's usually able to get away from, people let her slide with this shit in her life. Oh yeah, ma'am. Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. It's on, ma'am. It's there. If I'm wrong, let the comment section determine it. But here's the thing, gentlemen, they 35, 7 years older. I'm asking you a question for the men. Your degree, you got a theater degree, right? All right. Could you marry an average man? The average man in this country, black men, earns around 41,000. The average white man, roughly 50,000. So let's just say split the difference, 48,000, $47,000 a year. Could you marry an average man? An average earning man? No, but the average earning man, he's not going to earn anymore. He's going to earn average.
That's my shit. That's where I stand at. Ain't no more. That's it, big boss. Ain't no extra money. Ain't no ambition.
Could you marry him?
I would have to make a lot of adjustments. So
why?
Yes, there's love.
Well, you'd have to make a lot of. Hold on. Stop.
That's bullshit.
Do you make over $60,000 a year?
Not yet. No, I haven't capped.
No, you don't. So you don't earn. You earn over $50,000 a year.
I haven't. You want me
Do
to
you earn over $50,000? So you would have to make a lot of adjustments to your expectations.
This bitch don't make $60,000 a year and she paying $2,300 in rent. Is this bitch psycho or what? She's paying $2,300 in rent, saying she don't make $60,000. Something ain't right.
So you earn over $50,000 a year. Do you make over $60,000 a year?
Not yet. No, I haven't capped.
No, you don't. So you don't earn. You earn over $50,000 a year.
I haven't. You want me
Do
to
you earn over $50,000? So you would have to make a lot of adjustments to your expectations. But let's be honest. At this point, you can't afford the lifestyle you want.
Not with a family, no.
No. So.
Wow. Hold on. Of course, I feel ashamed. Of course I feel ashamed. Sociological programming. It's a shame, man. Damn. I'm not ashamed because I didn't do it. It ain't your fault either, brother. Definitely ain't your fault. Cooperative sounds like a servant. Yes. No, I need to flex for the gram on girls' trips. He needs to provide for my lifestyle. That sounds more right. The real her coming out, and I love it. I know she's throwing it back. I love it too, man. I do love it.
Not with a family, no.
No. So, could you marry an average man? And the answer was a tepid no. And then, could you marry an average man and then have 4 kids with him?
No, but I can marry one and have 2 or 1, probably 1 kid.
One kid? Oh, so okay, but even 1 kid is still almost $280,000 a year.
Damn, we're gonna have to put a lot of work.
Now, see, the thing is, men already expect to do work. That's why I said modern women, this has been a perfect demonstration of your women's expectations are astronomical. And you said you didn't want to say something about being agreeable or cooperative because you didn't want to offend women or something like that. Did I get that right?
Yeah, because women are so sensitive nowadays.
Yeah, but you don't have any problem offending average men. Because you just basically told average. Oh yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. Saying that, oh no, if you got this kind of money, you can get it.
Ma'am, sit still.
But that's okay. You can't make this shit up. You can't make it up, baby.
Wow. That was a cooking session. My goodness. Damn.
She belongs to the streets. Gentlemen, what did I say on Monday? You better start vetting these women, asking them about their previous relationships, and when you hear what she did with her ex, for whatever reason, bounce. I took that bullet, so you don't have to. Did you think it was going to get better the further we went down the rabbit hole?
No.
I was 29 years old. I haven't thought one shit about how all this is going to cost, but I'm just got a theater degree and I'm cute, and I shouldn't have to think about it. And then the man who has to think about his life and plan it and everything else has to live life on purpose. And then a woman like that, just living life by the seat of your pants, thinks that a man should have to all of a sudden, well, I got all these options out here. All these other women want me. but I should just have to go out and focus on you and deal with you. And what's he going to get? What is she going to deliver? You're going to incubate 4 kids, teach them, but he has to put you in a luxury lifestyle.
And I'm going to tell y'all something. That's where things have gotten back to, because brothers are out here telling brothers, yo, level up for American women with their own money. No, level up so you could get a woman anywhere in the globe that you want. It could be America, it could be North America, South America, it could be anywhere you want. That's why you level up. Not for just American women. They have money.
A fair deal. That's why the guys are just like, and the funny thing is, they honestly think that they're not doing. It's like, I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm nice. That woman probably really thinks that's a nice, and it's no big deal. Because she didn't want to say, oh, you're cooperative and agreeable. I don't want to offend the women. Okay. Could you marry an average man? I'd have to make some serious adjustments.
Wow. You know, it's you know. And that's fucked up to say to somebody, man. No. That man's probably a loving man, a caring man, a man that'll cherish the ground you walk on. But, all the material things that your education and your job that you worked hard for, they're not good enough because he's an average man that loves you. All the stuff you work for, all the material things that you have, they turn out to be not good enough because that man's average. So you should get better things. It's a heartbreaking story.
To the average man, was that offensive to you? Because it offended the shit out of me for you. You have to make some serious adjustments. Oh, I'm sorry. Can you afford that right now? Oh, no, I'm broke as shit. I don't make $50,000 a year, and my rent is $2,300. My rent is $2,300, and you don't make $50,000 a year.
That's what I was saying. I was like, how the fuck could you afford that? How the fuck could you afford that? That shit was crazy. She would marry an average man and spend the rest of her life reminding him of everything he's not. That's fucked up.
$2,300. And that's without parking, if she does have parking. $2,300. Everybody keep man. Her rent is $27,600. She don't even make $50,000 a year.
That's fucked up.
That's how much she has left.
Dang.
And that's before taxes. That's how much she has left per month. We haven't paid utilities, groceries, nothing. So you wonder why average men are saying, forget marriage. Because the women that are at their socioeconomic level with her theater degree, it's because of the potential I could do. It's possible I could do. And think about it. My husband's not going to have to pay for college. I could do it. Okay.
That's the point of the video. The new niggas in the space are just letting bitches say anything. Fucking it up for everybody. That's the point of the video. Not getting a thorough, you understand, speaking to. Getting put in your place. Realizing that all that shit you say to the men that insert inside your body is bullshit. Like Magical Family said. Yep, was just about to type the total and the less than 2K per month. It's sad. How you don't need a man or any kind of man in there helping that money. Any money coming in there and a man pedestalizing you and giving a damn about you should be good enough. That's what happened to the black community. That right there. Her little bit of money and another nigga and my little bit of money should make us having a little bit of money. We're together with more opportunity. Unbelievable. That's what happened to the black community right there. You know, y'all going 50-50. She still got the ability to say, well, you know, I'm not happy or whatever the case is. And being that she could provide her own money and pay $2,300, she'll leave your ass after 5 years. And it's complete bullshit. That's why we say keep your eyes in the game. This is a money thing, man. I know what I'm talking about. It's a money thing, but it's based on eggplant and box, in my estimation. Because I don't see, like, they believe that they're box because they have no other real skills for your ass. So they believe that the box should garner what you earn and resources and shit. I happen to believe the same about my eggplant. Fuck that. That's crazy. Holding my brothers to tradition and all this wild shit. That shit is crazy, man. You know? I mean, we got a little bit of time if anybody want to come up, man, you know, in honor. Oh, shit. Well, I could pull up another video as well. I could pull up something else. I got a couple things. Oh, right. I did want to do that Stephen A joint, but we'll do some. Got this clown bitch grifting again. We supposed to do that Pearl video yesterday. I fucked that up. So let's do that.
The Candace Owens, they're these big time celebrities. I'm just this random woman named Pearl who streams sometimes, right? This is how I view it. So I thought that's crazy. They mentioned me, huh? Okay. And there was a clip that I saw her show, and there was a clip going viral, or not a clip, sorry, part of her show where she said that podcasting is a hard job. Now, it was just an offhanded, something she said. I'll show you the clip. And I put in the chat, did she say podcasting is a hard job? And I guess this pissed her off, asking this question.
So she was over there chatting in Candace Owens' chat box, grifting. If you ain't never seen a grift, that's what you call a grift. This is what you call a grift. A white person butting in Candace Owens, who's a black person, shit to try to gain grift. It's amazing, man. I wish I could be like that. I'm trying. Yeah, Platt, we put in all the work. You know the rules. Modern women wouldn't appreciate still at work, but yeah, lame ass. I know. Still at work, but just lame ass, just mayo things. Let's get it.
Maybe it's because the answer makes us all look bad, but I just kind of say yes, handed.
The bitch grifts off Candace.
Where she said that podcasting is a hard job. Now, it was just an offhanded, something she said. I'll show you the clip. And I put in the chat, did she say podcasting is a hard job? And I guess this pissed her off, asking this question. Maybe it's because the answer makes us all look bad, but I just kind of say it how it is. Let me pull up the clip. So this is the clip I responded to in the chat. Full screen, okay.
Why this story was so big and why so many people covered it wasn't because of any particular feeling about Daily Wire. It could have been The Blaze, it could have been anybody else. It truly is a meaningful story for all of us content creators and also for the audiences that watch us and invest in us, because I have to tell you something. It is not easy to produce an interesting show 5 days a week. Okay. There are days when you really don't want to do it. You're not feeling that good, whatever it is that's going on. And you're like, there's nothing to talk about. And so for any podcaster that is committing to that, they are working tremendously hard. Understand, they are working tremendously hard because they don't want to let their audiences down, whether that's Tucker Carlson on Fox News or Brett Cooper on YouTube. They're doing it because they love it. And the reward is obviously the audience. The reward is that you guys come back. The motivation is you guys. So if we cross over into a different season of our respective,
bitch, make your own content, bitch. Bitch, go, bitch. If you ain't doing no Nick Fuentes, you can, you are. I've never, they love black people, man. This shit is amazing.
Lives, there's always this feeling like, okay, it's man versus corporation. It's David versus Goliath. It's okay. Did people just invest in the corporation, or did people actually appreciate the work that I did in this circumstance?
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. That's the power of the internet, son. That is the power of the internet right there. That's the power. Just Stealing Things, aka Professor Grift. That is, and I hate to disrespect my nigga Professor like that, but I'm taking that. So when we do the thumbnails and shit, we gonna put devil horns on that bitch. The Professor Grift is going down. I love it. I love it.
Every independent creator is watching this going, my goodness, the audience really.
Okay, so I listened to this clip and I think I've worked in media for the last 4 years. And I'm going to go into what I did, my experience in media. You guys can decide if it's credible or not credible. Okay, you guys can be the judge, the jury. But I thought to myself, I see the men that are police officers, that are firemen. The number one job in the country for men is truckers, or it's like top 3. And compared to them, we don't work hard at all. I think we are so lucky and privileged to be in this position that when I hear any complaining, anything saying this is hard, we have to
stop the show. Ma'am, who are you talking to? You're grifting off Candace, now you're grifting to the men. Ma'am, if you had it so easy, that means you, especially with the money you have, you would be able to focus on a man. You would have a husband. You are the same as the rest of the bitches.
Work so incredibly hard. It just rubs me the wrong way. I just think it's over exaggerated a bit. And I'm gonna show you why I think like this. Okay. Now I put this in the chat. I said I'm typing. Now mind you, this woman has like 40,000 people. I mean, she's big time. I don't even think she's gonna see my chat. And I guess it offended her. I put, she's gonna read my comment here at the end of the show. I missed it because I left. I didn't even know till this morning.
She has her own YouTube channel. She said, did you say being a podcaster is hard, please? Yeah, I said, no, actually, Pearl, what I said was if you want to be a good podcaster and actually create good content and not just be a person that just full-time says awful things about women at all times and no matter what, can't say one nice thing about a woman because that's your brand, then it's probably really easy to be a podcaster on YouTube. Alas, she has her own.
Okay, so now she's going back and saying,
whoa, Candace cooked this bitch. Hold on. Candace obviously knows this bitch. And Candace said, all you do is talk shit and grift on men and never say nothing good about women.
A person that just full-time says awful things about women at all times and no matter what, can't say one nice thing about a woman because that's your brand, then it's probably really easy to be.
Whoa! So Pearl took that as a grift and said, let me go try to make a show out of it. Now that is what you call a leech. That's a leech. So while she's done what you gladiator BWs on a hood level, now she's want to leech off, people that's above that. That's sad, man.
Be a podcaster on YouTube. Alas, she has her own.
Okay, so now she's going back and saying Pearl hates women. Pearl is you're just a woman. It's back to the shame, guilt, insult need to be right.
Wow. Just stealing everything. Unfucking believable. Unreal. I didn't watch this video, yo. Unbelievable. I did not know she said that again.
I don't like what you say, therefore you're just a woman hater. Now we're going to get into those claims. We're going to do it. But first, let's hear from our show sponsor. Life doesn't.
Wow. Candace, quick with the draw. Smart with that quick wit and 40 words or less. Wow. Did she just quote? Yes. Just quoted KS. I didn't know this would all tie together like this, but this bitch steals so much. I was just doing the KS video for the fellas. Now this bitch completely stole everything. Grifting for the men.
Overnight, basically became one of the biggest podcasters in the country during 2 years ago, 1 year ago now. And what happened was I was working in sales. I worked 2 years in sales and I did door-to-door copier sales. Now, anybody that's done copier sales knows that in sales, this is the worst in the industry. Out of the sales jobs, this just isn't something that you want, right? This is like bottom of the barrel in terms of sales. Now, I go to England and I'm going there to play volleyball. And on the side, I decide I'm going to start a YouTube channel. I already had it, but it was nothing big. It was, small channel, whatever. And after shows, I decided to invite women over to do like a talk show. And when I was in England, I would recruit people from volleyball. So I played semi-professional volleyball. My goal was to go play professionally in Germany, somewhere else, right? I'm doing the show on the side. I get into red pill content because I randomly got into PUA when I was in the United States. So I had this small channel. I'm reacting to seduction coaches, I would say is the best way to describe it. So, I didn't know how
that bitch is lying. Wow. And this was going to happen to you blacks. When you blacks let people in, she ain't going to even give you the credit. She won't even give Kevin Samuels the credit. Saying, yo, I used to review a bunch of Kevin Samuels videos, and I used to make the title, The Whitest Girl on Earth Reviewing Kevin Samuels videos. But yo, won't even give the man credit for how she got started. That's sad.
How hard dating was for men. I had no idea how difficult it was. I never really thought about dating from the men's point of view. And randomly, I just find a couple videos like Kevin Samuels and all these different men teaching other men how to get laid, essentially. And I ended up going to a boot camp where men would teach other men the best ways to seduce, pick up women, et cetera, et cetera. Now, when I was at this boot camp.
Now, why did you go to the boot camp? Why?
I started to see things from the men's point of view because there would be average guys, good jobs. I would even say some of them were significantly above average, getting rejected by overweight women. They would go and approach a woman, just say hi to her. And she would just so rudely reject him. And it wasn't like the man was being creepy or disrespectful. He was just a normal guy. But, some of the stuff, I didn't necessarily know if it was true or not. They said like women like the bad boys. Okay, well, let's go test it out. So when I was in England and I am playing volleyball, I recruit women from my show or from my team or just at the gym, wherever I would meet them to come on my show. So during this time, I recruited
That's another lie. That's another lie. That bitch was going out on the street. She was really putting in that work. She was going out on the streets, meeting random people with the Africans and them, inviting them, stealing what Fresh and Fit was doing, going out on the street, meeting people, telling them, come to my show. She stole the Fresh and Fit style of that.
The guest, I learned YouTube equipment. I did the thumbnails by myself. I didn't have any major company behind me. I end up messaging one guy who worked at the Daily Wire at the time. I messaged all these people trying to see, if I could get the best advice, strategy, whatever. End up getting in contact with a media manager at the Daily Wire. But, I would just get meetings with him, get help. But, he ends up like quitting. He's done his own thing for a while now. Anyway, so I end up making 10,000 videos in this time. My channel takes off. And at this point, I had like 20 employees. I had a bunch of recruiters. This became an operation and it happened within like a year, like 20 people working for me. The channel's huge. It got 1 billion views. Now, mind you, there's no big media company behind me. This all just happened. Like randomly. Now, I end up getting demonetized, and getting demonetized came with a ton of challenges. I was not prepared to be demonetized. In hindsight, that was so stupid. I was like the dumbest. Yeah, that was so dumb. I didn't have any backups, nothing. So I ended up having to make a website. I ended up having to move countries, couldn't afford London anymore. Main revenue source is gone. And it's been over a year, still not remonetized. Now we're keeping the lights on with YouTube or with subscribers on the website. Now I want to talk about during this period when I did a show. Now my show became one of the biggest shows in the country at the time. I interviewed over 1,000 women, which the first half I recruited myself. And I ended up getting asked to go on all these big shows like Pierce Morgan. I went on No Jumper, all these people that I watched for years. It was crazy. I went to the Daily Wire last year. And on the side, I'm also doing a documentary interviewing men that have been victims of divorce rape. So during this time, I got a really good idea of what was going on. I interviewed people from hundreds of countries. I've done panels in England or street interviews, Chicago, Miami, Vegas, Ireland. I've interviewed.
I mean, that's the only, I will give her that. She said, I could use these blacks all over the world. I'll give her that. I'll give her that. She said, I could use these blacks far and near. I'll give her that. She put that work in to use them blacks as best as she could. I will give her that. I'll give her that. 10,000 videos in 1 year, 27 videos a day. Yo, bro, what happened? See, you gotta understand how it is. It went like this. So say you did like I'll be trying it sometimes as well, but I have a small channel. I ain't getting no traction. Say we do this live stream. This is what we had 1 hour and 45 minutes. I could make however many 15 minutes or, 10, what can I make? 14 10-minute videos out of this. You understand? So the numbers can get inflated. You understand? I could make about, 14, 10-minute videos out of this. Because she did have a lot of clips of the show. Stole Kevin Samuels' whole format. You know what I'm saying? Where you would break down clips of the live stream and stuff like that. That's where all that stuff comes from. The colonizer putting in work overseas. Yo, it was real. We all saw it. That bitch was getting blacks far and near. The white people, that's how they do it.
People straight from Africa, straight from Italy, straight from literally all over the world. Do I know what I'm talking about when I'm talking about media being a hard job? You guys can decide for yourself. And I would still say that job, even though I did the recruiting myself in the beginning, we ended up getting people later, but in the beginning, did the recruiting myself, the editing myself, the production myself. I did all of it myself in the beginning. I learned how to do each individual piece until, we got to a certain point. Do I know what I'm talking about? I would still say that is easier than when I worked in sales for 2 years. And I would still say sales is a lot easier than other jobs. So the main thing that I look at is I like to point out pattern. I like to look at, I like to look at societal and cultural trends and look for patterns of.
Ma'am, let me say this to you, bitch. Let me say this to you. Men wanted, because we was on your grift super early, way before you made it big time. Because we caught you when you went out there to Vegas and you stole them niggas from Vegas shit. It's complicated. So what happened was we wanted you to give a woman's perspective. We wanted you to tell us what the women were doing, thinking, and why you thought that they would do this and move like that. We want the woman's perspective. None of you bitches that talk, tell the women perspective. So we always wondered, especially as black men, why the fuck are you watching this if you're not taking her content back and using it the way she used all the black people shit? There's no way you're learning anything. Unbelievable, man. Yes. Break down the long clips into short ones. And right. Salute, Kings. Peace, great.
Behavior. Now, I've noticed with the ladies in media, there is a particular pattern. And this pattern I've noticed because I cover a lot of stories of women in media, and I also would meet a lot of them and see how they lived their lives. So one person that we talked about yesterday was Joy Taylor. Now, Joy Taylor was a media personality. She was in sports, and nobody could figure out how she got a job in sports, knowing so much less than the men in her same position. Now,
well, why don't you tell us, what do you think she did? What was her mindset in your opinion? Tell us from the woman's standpoint. You keep trying to talk to me as a man. You're not telling me anything.
Recently came out that she was sleeping with everyone, and that does not surprise me in the least because, again, I have studied cultural trends, and many men have told me their stories speaking to women in the workplace or working with women, and that has happened before. Pearl interviewed people straight out of Compton. Yeah, I did interview people in like the hood of Milwaukee early in my career because I started, the sales job was in Milwaukee, and I did do like a little bit of, interviews on the street. Now, I've made.
So you use blacks. It was all about blacks.
Made a list of the steps women take to become a media personality. Now, in general, there are exceptions to this rule, but in general, this tends to be what they.
Platt, you wasn't here? Platt, you wasn't here when we did the Pearl count, man? It was a big story.
Get a job working for a man. So usually when I see ladies that come up out of nowhere, there is a company that came up behind them. In conservative media, we have Candace Owens was with the Daily Wire. She was also with Turning Point. Amala was with PragerU. Brett Cooper was with the Daily Wire. Usually when ladies are in media, they have a tendency, not all, to not start their own thing. They have a tendency to work for someone else first. So oftentimes they will sleep with them for the job or be very hot and dress provocatively, and that's how they get the job. Obviously, conservative media, you're not going to do that. Or B, you don't sleep with him, but you're a woman with an opinion that is unpopular for women, or a minority with an opinion that's unpopular for minorities. Now,
bitch called you a minority, fam. All the black people that she stepped on their backs to make it to where she called your ass a minority. This is what happens when you let black others in your community, and then they get ostracized or step out or step up. They put you back into your perspective. as a minority. Bitch, if it was all about minorities, why you ain't do this shit to the Mexicans? Why you ain't go interview a bunch of Mexican people every day? Come on, man. Shit is wild what you blacks will allow out here. Steph is Cole is from the hood of Milwaukee. Oh, yeah? Yeah, Platt, you missed that one, son. That was one of my worst ones, B, because you telling me to be a complete sellout. It was a bad day for me, B. Brothers put me under complete pressure. A guest in your house try to take over the house like Fat Joe. I mean, it's the same old story over and over and over. Same old story. Same old story, man. It's what happened to us as blacks. I don't know who to blame in that case, man. I don't know. Because even if you was like selling drugs or whatever the case is, and you supposed to be in a black community where it's more blacks than anything else, if you got like a white customer or some shit like that, you was happy. You was happy because you get to sell that killing shit to somebody else, but also you was happy that you got like a better customer than a black. It's just bad. And what happened? That white motherfucker rat on your ass. It's bad, man. Like, we're bad. We're bad. We don't gatekeep nothing. It's bad, man.
I can admit that a lot of the reason I'm in this position is because I have a tendency to agree with men on dating and culture. I tend to have a different opinion than most women. If I was a man with...
That's a lie. You got in this position because you was using black men and women. Fuck are you talking about? Yo, this is what's going to happen to all the people that y'all let in. It's the, yo, bro, it's the Jackie Robinson. It's all the same. It's all the same. Yo, I'm going off on Black History Month, man. I'm going off on Black History Month. Just so you niggas get a warning. Because I'm sick of this shit. And the only thing I can do is make videos. You know? Like, we just let people in. We just don't give a fuck.
With the same opinions, I probably would not have had 1 million followers in a year. That just wouldn't have happened. And I can admit, I can have the humility to admit that without, you know, it's not like I did no work. But let's be honest, the man doing the same thing, a man has to work 10 times harder. And I saw this with Myron. I mean, they interviewed double the amount of people I did. They were live 6 days a week at one point. I was live 4.
There you go. She stole everybody's format, bro. She ain't saying it that way. She's using their name, but she stole everybody's shit.
I see why he lost his hair. Shout out to Fresh and Fit. And, that just tends to be how it goes. So the step 2 is to get famous and be worshipped for all of your opinions. So being famous, I think a lot of times when you become famous, it's interesting. People will start in one sector and, because they're famous, we think they're credible on all these random topics. I try to, for the most part, stay in my lane, which is dating and culture. I will dip into politics at times, but that is my lane. But it's interesting, right? Brett Cooper, 23-year-old actress, 23-year-old actress. Let's say she starts commenting on the war in the Middle East. What experience does she have or Candace Owens have that makes them credible to talk about the war in the Middle East? Now, I'm not hating them.
Ma'am, what experience do you have in relationships? You told Kevin 6 years ago, or whenever that shit was, that you was going to have a baby by now. Did your career get in front just like the rest of the women that you put down? Would you say that you fell into the same trap that the other women fell in that you talk about? So when you speaking, are you speaking from an example or are you just grifting?
Them for it, right? Because I benefit from the same thing. But I'm not going to pretend this isn't what it is. it isn't much easier. You know, it's not like you go on Piers Morgan and they bring in, you know, a general from the Middle East who's worked in the military for 30 years and has the most credible opinion. It's who gets clicks, who gets views. And women just have a advantage in media. Now, I want to talk about how I learned women have an advantage in media. I managed both men and women. So I managed Christine Grace, who's awesome, by the way. You guys should go check her out. She's still going in England. And I managed Troy Francis. We started channels for both of them. And they both tackled the issue of dating culture.
Well, you didn't just say go check out Troy Francis. Why would you say whatever, man?
And, you know, Troy was twice her age and he worked as a dating coach for like a decade. Her getting followers, views, likes was 10 times easier than Troy. And I'm not going to say Christy, she was a super hard worker. Like, she's great. She's awesome. I have nothing, like, only positive things, but one was 10 times easier than the other. Same, you know, and this just is what it is. It's not bad or good. Women aren't bad for taking advantage of this. I mean, if you guys get a job, you know, the male models that get jobs because they're very good looking, they don't say, hey, I am not doing this job out of principle because I'm ugly. No, the men are like, you know what? I will be a personal.
Ma'am, you are using too many male references. Where is your knowledge of the women? But this is what happened. Like I said, she used the women up there. The fucking dumbass men were happy that the women were making a mockery of themselves. She was throwing, you know, triggering them bitches and all this wild shit. I mean, yes, you know, if you had a YouTube channel, it would be good to make money off of that stuff. But she still got to understand, you ain't did shit but provide the platform for monkeys to dance. And that is what we call a colonizing grifter. Fuck is you talking about? She pretends it's all because she's a contrarian with an atypical view. Bullshit. Unusual opinions for a white woman. Right. I know black monkeys and other men will suck it up. It's horrible.
I'll train her and make a ton of money. I don't care. I'll do it. I'll be a model. The next step is the women have a tendency, not all, to leave the company. Now, oftentimes there's 4 ways they leave: claiming unfair pay, claiming sexual harassment, start some sort of drama on the way out, or maybe a lawsuit, or go peacefully. You know, like.
Let me tell you something, Pearl. I want to know, where could I find bitches that you think are good bitches? Are there any good bitches in the whole wide world according to Pearl? Because I don't understand why I'm watching you if I can't get nothing out of it. It don't make sense. I'm doing this because you're completely grifting and just talking garbage, and everybody gets to see you when you don't have black men and black women to bounce and steal off. This is garbage content. And you're still stealing off Candace. God damn. Shit. I will not quit. You brothers do not quit what you're doing. You can make it. If this clown ass bitch could do it, I don't give a fuck. You might not get 1 million, but you can get something. Man, come on, man. Come on. You're way more brilliant than this bitch. Come on, man. Come on, man. We're not doing that. Fucking drunk wino on the street is more brilliant than this bitch. Come on, man. Come on, man. Damn, Candace was on point. This is exactly what she was talking. Yo, it's sickening. It is sickening. This woman don't know where to guide. Ma'am, if you really here for men, I'm a man. Guide me to some good women. Can't none of these bitches that talk about women tell you where any good women are. That's why my solution for all of my players, as the channel grows and as I do my other channel, I will be doing a male auction for boss women. I don't care who steals it or not, because my shit is from grassroots. You know, male auction. Black on black. If that ever comes true, guys, you guys will get a laugh out of that. All right, we did 2 hours. I had fun. We got some work in. We did a little Kevin Samuels. Everything was fun. I'm going to close this down now. Come back a little later, hopefully, man. Y'all know my gladiator about to come in. What? Yeah, the bitch moved some mail around, so I got a little bit of an issue today, but I got to be careful. Bitch moved some mail around, man. My damn car insurance thing. Why is my shit moved around? All right, holla back.